I want to make a completely hidden seat latch release for this Honda CB750 behind me. I've done something similar in the past, but this time around I want to make it so hidden that not even your mechanic will be able to figure out how to remove the seat. But before we get into that, I need to actually make the seat latch itself, so let's get straight into it. So in this video, I'm going to latch this actual seat cowl down so that it can be released and be removed off the bike. It needs some sort of catchment at the front and also a locking pin at the back, which I can release and lift. And there's so many methods and ways to do this, but I'm going to use one of these little guys here. This is off a sports bike seat latch, and I'm going to mount it somewhere around here, and that way I can either drill a hole which can allow me to put my hand in there and release it, or potentially run the cable that came with this somewhere else, and then I can release the seat from the cable. I'm not too sure which way I'm going to go here, but let's just dive in and see what happens. But to lock the entire seat cowl down, I want a mechanical mechanism like a push button or a pull lever type thing. I've done this on previous bikes and I really like this approach. If ever you're trying to mock something up, for example, this front plate that I want to make on the front of the cowl to hook under the tank, the easiest way to do it is just use this clear plastic that you can obviously see through, which makes it a lot easier. So you draw half of the design that you want, cut it out, and then you can transfer that to the cardboard, and then you know you'll have half one side and the other side to be perfectly even. It's sometimes a little bit hard to do this, especially unusual shapes, and I find this the easiest way to do it just by hand. I'm now making the seat locking pin out of some 6061 aluminium on my metal lathe, but you can also do the same thing with a big washer and a bolt, would also work. I want to take a quick second to talk about tuning your motorcycle or syncing your carburetors, and it needs to be done more often than you probably realize. And if you've ever tried using the old school syncing tools, they're kind of a bit messy and inconsistent. The needles just bounce around like crazy. You can't really get a proper reading. I've recently switched over to DigiSync, which is a digital plug and play tool that makes synchronizing your carburetors dead simple and super accurate. This kit includes everything you need, including the little adapters to attach the hoses, so you don't have to buy anything extra. This tool makes it one of the easiest things to do on your motorcycle, so you can have your bike running optimum at all times. There's no more guessing with bouncing needles. All you have to do is press the button once, it'll calibrate while the bike is off, switch the bike on, just make your adjustments with this screw at the top of each carburetor, and you are set to go. So if you don't have a carburetor syncing tool, or you want to replace the old school one that you have with something way more accurate, go and check out thedigisync.com or click the link in the description if that's easier. I'll be using this on every single one of my motorcycles from now on. I'm just going to put a couple of rivets in just for mocking this up, because I'm going to have to drill them out anyway when I send this off to powder coat and paint. I've just run a temporary wire here so that I can pull the seat latch and release it. Otherwise, I'm never going to be able to get that seat off because all of the mountings for everything to access that is on the inside of the electrics tray. So that would be quite a challenge. Moment of truth. Will it work? There we go. Latched. For a second there, I didn't think it was going to, but it has. Just need to give it a bit of a firm push there. And what I plan to do, exactly what happened, which I didn't want to. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I've just done exactly what I didn't want to do. These are our exclusive number plate brackets designed perfectly for Australian number plates. These ones are stainless. We also have them in aluminium. They'll be pre-bent when you purchase them, so you can mount the turn signals on the side, or if you don't wish to do that, you can chop those off. It's got the mounting points for your number plate, as well as a number plate light, and you've also got the mounting points for obviously mounting it to your bike. I really like this design, and I'm going to do something a little bit different with this one, so stay tuned. Let's get into that. Get yourself a drill tap set. These things are a huge time saver. Just drills the hole and taps it all in one go. These ones are from Hare & Forbes. I've just done exactly what I didn't want to do, which is, there we go. Oh, my heart missed a beat for a second. So it's a firm fit, that's for sure. You just got to press down on it for it to go in, which is really good because I'm going to line the bottom of this anyway. So it's going to have a little bit of padding on there so it doesn't end up rubbing and scratching the new powder coat when it goes on. So when I line the bottom of this, if I find that the pin is just a little bit too tight, I can shave off a little bit more. That's not a problem. I've got a bit of meat there. And then I'm also going to be putting springs somewhere in here. Not a coil spring, something a little bit different, which will just, I guess, lift the seat just ever so slightly, just so that you know it's unlatched. Let's try that again. Locked. Completely locked. And unlocked. Yeah, so happy. I really hope this gives you some inspiration to do something hidden or secret on your motorcycle, and if you were to go ahead and do it, let us know exactly in the comments what it would be. Would it be an ignition start button or a seat latch or something different? I've made these two little nylon slides here to help it glide so it doesn't bind up at all. Now, if I was to redo this completely, I probably wouldn't engineer it the way I have here. This is a little bit over-engineered for what it needs to be, but I did do it on the fly. I didn't really have a drawing. I just started building and just figuring it out as I went. But I'm gonna make a plate on the underside that covers everything up so that there's no worry about any mud from the back tire flicking up in there and getting jammed in the mechanism. Well, that was a complete fail. As it slides and pulls up, it's actually binding, so causing it not to slide. I cut a little relief, as you can see just in here, but it doesn't seem to have fixed it, so I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board. I switched out the design of the connecting rod, and that seems to have fixed the problem. I really love this idea. I haven't seen it done before, and once there's a cover on the underside, you'll never even know that that number plate even moves because there's no mechanism visible. No one's gonna know how to take that seat off unless you tell them. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I've got a ton more just like this one. Go and check them out. Here's one YouTube recommends, and here's one that I think you'll like next. The one small upgrade that I might do is put a spring right here between these two, and that'll just really help it spring back, or possibly even 2 springs. Matching set of wheels for this bike are off getting powder coated. I've ordered tires, and that'll be in an upcoming episode.